Welcome everyone. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's start with SPY today. SPY reversed strongly last week, even though volume was less due to the short trading week. It came back inside this uptrend channel. We are back-to-back green candles, closed above this long bearish candle which was placed on NVDA's earning. Now, as we can see, SPY has broke out of this bull flag and sitting right at this resistance, filling this gap on the daily time frame and trading above all the moving averages. Looks like the moving averages are aligned to bullish trend. If we look at the weekly time frame, on a weekly time frame we can see back-to-back 4 bearish candles, but on last week it placed a bullish engulfing. Looks like a bullish reversal pattern at the top, but looking at the monthly time frame, we have a hammer candle at the top after 6 green candles, and RSI is in the overbought zone. Except the monthly time frame, the weekly and daily looks good. So on the daily time frame, we have support at this level 675. At this level 675, it was acting as a resistance before, and now we broke out on Wednesday by gapping up, and if we come back down here filling these gaps, and if we see a sign of bullish reversal pattern, and we may again go back up to this resistance, all-time high. If SPY continues without reversing and retesting this support, we have resistance at 689. Currently we are right at this gap fill. Looking at Microsoft, as we saw in our last weekly analysis, it took a support at 200 moving average on the daily time frame and retesting this resistance area on a daily time frame. Looking at the moving averages, it's still aligned to the downside. The 9 and 5 EMAs are below 20 EMA. Looking at the weekly time frame of Microsoft, currently it's retesting the neckline of this double top breakout. Currently this is sitting right at the resistance. So if we see any bearish reversal pattern on the zone, we'll test this previous lower low, and we may even pull down to test this unmitigated gap. Let's look at the monthly time frame also. So looking at the monthly time frame, also looks bearish for Microsoft with a long leg doji candle followed by a bearish closer. So either we will come and retest this previous resistance, or we'll come and fill this gap. Looking at Tesla also had a double top breakout as we discussed in the last weekend analysis, and it's now consolidating under this neckline. Currently it is also sitting at the resistance, filling this gap. So critical level to watch any bearish candlestick formation will bring the price down to test these levels, its previous higher high or this support zone. If it breaks the resistance at this level 445, and if that level started acting as a support, then it will go, I believe it will go and break this resistance. But if the overall market turns bearish, then it will come and retest this support zone. Looking at the weekly time frame of Tesla, though we can see a bullish reversal pattern, just retesting this resistance, and we still have a liquidity below which is not swept. Let's see how it looks in monthly. Monthly looks like a retest of this previous resistance. But on a daily time frame, we are sitting at the resistance. How we are going to react at this resistance will decide the direction. Moving on to Ford. Looking at the weekly time frame, Ford consolidated on this range for good 3 years, and it broke out with heavy volume during the last quarter earning. Now it retesting that same zone, and that is acting now as a support. Looks good. Looking at a monthly time frame, on the monthly time frame, also on a longer time frame, it looks like it has a triangle pattern breakout. On a daily time frame, it is an uptrend, and nice bull flag trading above 200 moving average, and all these 29 and 5 EMAs are aligned to bullish trend. Looking at MRNA, it's under downtrend for so long and currently consolidating at this support level for more than 6 months. If you see on a daily time frame, so this is acting as a good support area. This level is acting as a good support area, and then on Thursday, November 20th, looks like we got a fake out because next day candle reversed and closed more than 50% of this previous candle. So looks to me like a fake out, and then from there it's it moved up, currently at this trend line resistance. I believe this will break and retest, then move up, because if you go to the monthly time frame, the last month candle was a nice hammer, and it swept the liquidity below that support level. And if you look at the RSI, looks like it's rounding to the upside. And even if you look at the volume, by looking at the volume on this month, it is trading above the average of these months volume. So if you get a nice green candle here on this December, close above this resistance, I think we have a lot of hollow candles on this monthly time frame to repel, at least to repel at the 63 level, but it's on a monthly time frame, so it will not happen soon. It will take its own time. Looking at weekly also, so far it is trading at this support zone and this candle, last week's candle. So at the liquidity below the support zone, and the last week candle is a nice engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle. And look at these volumes on this support zone. A candle closer on a daily time frame below this red candle, that is 22.32, will change the direction of this trend. NVDA looks bearish, so it broke this channel on its earning day, and then it retested continuously. Then on Friday we saw a kind of bearish reversal pattern. And these EMAs, 29 and 5 EMAs, are still aligned to downside. We have some gaps to fill on NVIDIA at the downside, but we have a strong support zone here at 167. Looking at the weekly time frame, just above the 20 EMA on a weekly time frame. But looking at this candle, this candle closer, looking at this candle, we had a breakout of this zone. We had a breakout of this zone on October last week, but a long bearish candle closing below that. Right next week, and then November 3rd week, collecting liquidity above the zone and close below this support area. Now last week it collected liquidity in this zone and closed below this support.